Hello cozy friends! We have another favorites video. I'm so excited. I love favorites videos. And I have a lot stacked up for you because it's been a while. And we're in my new place. I'm so excited. I'm still working on it, okay? There's a lot missing. I'm gonna have a little couch, little seating area over here, which if you've watched my prior favorites videos, you know which one I'm talking about, okay? So we have some slightly different categories today, but I'll tell you what they are. They're beauty and clothes, food, home and tech, books and media. That's it. That's the last one, books and media. You guys, I've been saving these up for so long and really putting my heart into this so that these are truly like the favorites I have been using, experiencing, whatever for the past like month and a half, 2 months, however long it's been. Okay, let's jump in. Beauty and clothes first. First is the Summer Fridays jet lag mask. I know, y'all are gonna be like, Kennedy, what? Where was this 3 years ago? And I've heard mixed reviews for all the years that it's been out, and I was like, I'm gonna try it anyways, because I've heard some like fantastic glowing reviews, and then I've heard like, Bought it off TikTok Shop because somebody convinced me on TikTok. I have no excuse, okay? I succumb to TikTok recommendations all the time. A lot of these will be TikTok recommendations, okay? Y'all, this mask, it was like, when I put this mask on, the next day, I noticed a difference. The next day. It's everything it says it's supposed to do. Like, let's read the description, right? It says, an enhanced fragrance-free formula that nourishes, hydrates, and calms your skin with niacinamide. I don't know what all that means, but it did hydrate the hell out of my skin. My skin was glowy, dewy, and glowy. And normally when I put on something that is meant for hydration, my skin can kind of react to it poorly, and it'll like get a little bumpy and break out and almost get too greasy. This did not do that. It was immediate hydration, and I love when a product, skincare or not, actually does what it says it's gonna do. This one does. It does. That's it. Okay, next is something I never thought that I would be recommending, which is a deodorant, because I'll tell you why. Because I've had the same natural deodorant for like 4 years. 4 years. I've been using the same natural deodorant because it's the only natural deodorant that I ever found that actually worked. I feel like I've tried every natural deodorant under the sun. I have long passed to the point of like detoxing my pits. I'm now at the point where it's just natural me, right? But natural me, and we've talked about this because we talked about the antibacterial body wash. We talked about how, oh girl, your girl can get a little stinky stanky at the end of the day. And that's just my body, it's just my body. I'm not doing anything differently than anybody else. It's just my body, and I've accepted it, and that's fine. But that dynamic paired with having to use natural deodorant, it's a struggle. Finally, I found one that was pretty good. It's this one. It's solid. It's like real naturally. It's got like tea tree. But all of that to say, I thought this was gonna be my deodorant for the rest of my life. I was sold on this one. I was like, it works, it does the job. Did it do the job perfectly? No, but it did the job way better than any of the other natural deodorants I tried. Until I found Secret pH Balance No Aluminum deodorant. This blew me out of the water, blew my expectations out of the water. I don't even know why I tried it. I don't know why I picked it up. Just randomly at the store, I was like, I want to buy something, and for some reason chose a deodorant. Not only does it last me throughout the whole day, and now mind you, this is like if I'm not sweating, like working out and stuff. It lasts me the whole day. It also lasts me like through the night into the next morning, which is not important really because I'm gonna shower the next day anyways, but like that just goes to show how long this lasts compared to the one that I had before. I was shocked. I was like, there's no way. Smelling myself, my partner smelling my armpit, like, girl, this is new. I'm like, I don't know. The next day, 24 hours later, does it say like 24-hour protection? Because this is 48-hour. I don't know about no 48-hour. Maybe it's just because I get a little stanky. 24-hour for sure. 24-hour. I stand by that. So y'all, if you are looking for a new natural deodorant, if your natural deodorants aren't cutting it, if you just want to try it and see if it's going to be better than the one that you've trusted for however long, try it. Okay, next is one that I understand is bougie. I understand it's a little bougie. I understand it's gonna be out of the price range for some people, for most people, and I understand it's unnecessary, right? Really, how unnecessary is it? You know, when you think about necessary, what does that really mean? Because this changed my hair, my skin, my body, like everything. And it's the Jolie shower head that filters water. So I'm sure you've seen on like TikTok those shower heads that filter water that you can get from like Amazon for 25 bucks or something. That's one thing, right? But this thing is like a beast. This thing is like this big, it's chunky, it's got like a real filter in it. The first hair wash that my partner and I did, silky smooth hair. Silky, like a noticeable difference. We weren't even looking for that. We just kind of wanted the filtering thing to just be bougie. We were like, we're in LA, it's time to filter our shower water. And my partner, when he washed his hair for the first time, was like, can you like feel my hair? Like, what is happening? What is this? And we were like, it's the filter, it's the shower water head filter. I feel like every product I've talked about so far, I'm like, it's blown my mind. But it literally, that's why they're on my favorites. I feel like my hair isn't mad at me anymore. It gets tangled less because there's less like dry, tangly bits to stick together. So hair is smoother because it's filtering out hard water. I don't know if you have hard water in your area, in your city, but maybe look it up. But then my skin also, I notice like a noticeable difference, especially when it comes to like my nose area. Like my nose area tends to be pretty just like rough, and I'm like, oh, that's just life. But after I started washing my face in the shower with the filtered water, it was like smooth. Like my face is smooth in a way I don't think I've experienced since I was like prepubescent. I haven't changed my skincare routine. It has to be the water filter. Like it just has to be. So my skin has been lovely. I haven't gotten a pimple since I started using it. I get pimples all the time. Maybe that's anecdotal. Maybe it's one-off. Maybe it's unrelated, but I don't think so. I think this water filter is cleansing my body of all of the harsh things in our tap water. Okay, next is another TikTok made me do it. TikTok made me buy it. And this one was so convincing, and I'm sure a lot of you saw it too. But it was this woman talking about how this BB cream is the one that I told my makeup artist to use for my wedding when I have a really, really important event and I need my skin to look flawless. I use this BB cream, not a foundation, nothing else but this BB cream. And when I told my makeup artist to use it for my wedding, he was like, what is this? Because I need to get some. That sold me. I mean, come on, that was fantastic. She got me. I love it. I love it. Here's the thing though, if you are any shade, even my shade really, if you are my shade or darker, you can call it quits right now. It ain't gonna happen. The shade that I chose, which is the absolute darkest that they have, is almost, it's like this close to being too light for me. It's the darkest shade they have. So I'm so sorry. In advance, I apologize. However, it is one of the best BB creams I've ever tried. It is the best BB cream I've ever tried in my life. And it is one of the best foundations I've ever tried in my life. And the only one I could compare it to and put it up against is the like Giorgio Armani one that people use for like their wedding and stuff. And I love that. And I splurge on it to use for my foundation for important events. This one, I'm putting like right next to it. I'm not even kidding. I am literally putting this BB cream next to Giorgio Armani, I don't know how to pronounce it, foundation. That's like $90 or something. This thing is like 20 something dollars. Let me check. $16 on Misha. I got it from Target, $24. But it smooths and adds, what's the word? Coverage in such a natural way. It's natural, but it feels full coverage in a way that's natural. I'm wearing it right now. Hello. And I love it. It's so great. And because it's a BB cream, you can kind of be a little bit loosey-goosey with color matching, and it kind of just works because it's a BB cream and it's not actual foundation that's gonna like, you're not gonna have a foundation line that's like, girl, that doesn't match. So I wouldn't worry too much, like if you're getting it from Target, I wouldn't worry too much about like getting the shade absolutely correct. It just looks so nice. It looks so nice. It feels nice, and it doesn't feel like I have foundation on my face, and I hate that. I hate it. Thank you, TikTok gods. Okay, next are my last two couple of clothes items, okay? Clothing items. First is the Cocoon collection from See the Worth. So I got this as PR. I had never heard of See the Worth before. Small batch, handmade company. They're all about sustainability. And in the Cocoon collection, they literally get pre-used quilts, like from Goodwill or something. Obviously they like wash it and all that stuff. Pre-used quilts, pre-owned quilts to make the entire collection. And it's so cute, y'all. The little jacket that I have, first of all, I love the style of the jacket. Like I love the cut of the jacket. It's very trendy, very cute, very modern. I love the kind of juxtaposition of the modern cut with the quilted kind of grandma core. It's so cute, you guys. And they have so many different patterns and options because they're using pre-owned quilts that are so unique and coming from all over the place. Little cute jackets. They have longer jackets. Fanny pack bags. I've been wearing mine everywhere. I love it. And I feel like it's perfect for the upcoming season because it's like end of summer into fall where it's still kind of warm, but then like nights might get a little cooler, or like there may be some cool days in between. So it's kind of the perfect transitional jacket because it's a little bit more thin, but there's still that quilted aspect. This collection was made for me and all my hobbyist grandma core, cottagecore girlies, right? Like So cute. So I wanted to bring them to your attention because I just did not know they existed, and I feel like we'd all be better off knowing that they exist. Okay, the next favorite is a Target item. I've just been frequenting Target lately, and I see everything that is new every time I'm in there. I'm like, okay, I've seen that, that's new. And something new that I've seen is this cute little fuzzy loungewear PJ set that I think they brought out for fall, kind of transitional fall. And it's so cute. It looks like stuff they've had in the past, but I really like that they're a tank top and shorts because, again, perfect for end of summer into fall where it's still warm. Like, I want to be cozy and I want to be cute and I want to have a little matching loungewear set for the house when I'm doing my cozy hobbies. But I don't want to be hot, but I want to be cozy. You see what I'm saying? It's a complex balance, and Target nailed it. Target nailed it with this set. It's really cute. I wore it for the first time last night when I was doing a little gaming and reading in my bed. This is also from Target. It's a little dress. I don't have any like house dresses, and this one, let me just stand up for it. And it's long, so you don't have to worry about like, oh no, I'm bending over to pick up a package and my butt's showing. No, it's long enough. It's a perfect house dress. I love it. Okay, we're done with beauty and clothing. We're moving on to food. It has its own category this time around because I have so many things for it. Okay. The first and most important, if I could only pick one food item for this video, it would be this item, and I would pick it for every single video for the rest of my life. It is Salud. I don't know how, it must have been an Instagram ad, how I found out about it. I don't know. But I saw that they had tamarind hydration packs, okay? That's the first thing that drew me in was the tamarind. And I was like, that is such a unique flavor. Like, that's such a unique idea. And it's a hydration pack. I'm so bad at hydrating myself. I feel like I need a hydration pack every single day. And if you don't know what that is, it's just a little like drink pack that you put into your water and it makes you hydrated quicker because it has electrolytes and then other things. But this one is like hydration plus immunity. And I never take immunity supplements. I should because I get sick all the time. But this is perfect because it's pairing the hydration, which I desperately need, and immunity, which I also desperately need. I don't have to think about it. I just can drink my water and it tastes delicious and I get all of those benefits throughout the day. So it's basically like a liquid IV plus immunity. And I think they taste better because there's so many good flavors. Okay, so the first one I tried was tamarind because I was just testing the waters, right? They're based on like agua fresca flavors. So there's like tamarind, there's jamaica, there's sandía, watermelon, and then there's like strawberry, mango, cucumber, lime. They have a mango chili pop one that sounds so good, but I haven't tried that one yet because it's always been sold out. So now I'm addicted. My whole house is addicted to them. They're so good and they're good for you. I haven't gotten sick since I started drinking them, actually, so that might be a new record for me. My favorites are the watermelon and jamaica. The jamaica tastes exactly like jamaica. And I feel like a lot of hydration packs are so sweet. It tastes like I'm drinking something for like health purposes and I just have to get through it. But these are actually enjoyable to drink. I put them in like my whole Stanley, so it's a little bit more diluted than I think it's supposed to be, but I like it that way. Okay, I'm moving on. I could rave about them forever. They're just so good, and I hope they come out with new flavors because I love novelty, okay? I love it. Okay, next is Olipop strawberry vanilla flavor, and this is specifically for all of my besties who heard everybody else raving about Olipop and was like, I want to try Olipop, and then they tried Olipop and they were like, because that's how I felt. I tried the like Coke flavor, the root beer flavor, and I was like, stevia. It's sweetened with stevia, and I have beef with stevia. I do not like stevia. I don't know why. It just immediately my brain recognizes it and it's like, no, something's wrong here. This is not good. But finally, randomly, I tried the strawberry vanilla flavor. I think because someone else actually mentioned that it was the only Olipop that they liked. I normally don't like fruit sodas at all. I hate grape soda. I don't like strawberry soda, really. I don't like orange soda. I hate fruit sodas, and I went for it, and I'm so glad that I did because it's really good. It almost tastes like just a fruitier cream soda. It's delicious. You can't taste the stevia. I don't know if they sweeten this one with something different. I don't think they do, but whatever the flavors are, kind of counteracts the stevia, and it's so tasty, so good. So if you are an Olipop, want to like her, if you hear everybody else talking about it and you're like, oh, I don't get it, try the strawberry vanilla one and come back and tell me how you feel because it is delicious. Okay, next is another item I got because of doing like a brand collab. So I did a brand collab with Nespresso for their like Virtuo Pop, their new machine, and it's really cute. It's really easy to use. But I randomly decided to get the decaf pods. Oh my god, God, y'all, they're so good. They are so good. I get the little like 80 milliliter ones and I put it on top of my decaf chai latte, half oat milk, half of the decaf chai latte, because then I add the decaf Nespresso coffee and it's so good. It's just like such a good little dirty chai. Some tiramisu Tirani syrup. Sinful. Oh my God, it's delicious. It's so good. Doing decaf works perfectly for me because it still has caffeine in it. It's still a lot of caffeine. It honestly makes me feel more buzzed than a chai latte or a matcha latte. It's still not enough to like push me over the edge of anxiety. So it's perfect. So I don't do a regular chai latte because that would be too much caffeine. So I just do decaf and then I do decaf Nespresso. It's so good. The perfect little at-home dirty chai latte. Related is the tiramisu and the lavender Tirani syrups. So I found these at, it was either Home Goods or TJ Maxx, maybe one at each. I was freaking out because I know Tirani online has a lot of different flavors, but I just never think to go online and get coffee syrups ever. I just always get them when I see them at Home Goods or TJ Maxx. I've never seen them have really fun flavors. They always have the exact same. They have like sugar-free ones, which I never get because I don't like how the artificial sweetener tastes. Or they have like hazelnut, vanilla, white chocolate. I'm tired of those. We have them. I'm tired. I don't want to see it anymore. But lately they've been having like mango, raspberry, blueberry, blue raspberry, all kinds of flavors. And they had lavender and tiramisu. Tiramisu is one of my favorite desserts ever. I am eating it up in everything I can put it in. It is so good. And the lavender is nice for just like if you want a little lavender matcha. I don't really know about a lavender chai latte, but a lavender matcha, it hits. It does. It does. It does. It's delicious. If you have a Home Goods or TJ Maxx or TK Maxx or whatever by you, check. I would check because all of them around me have had these like new flavors. But if not, check out the Tirani website, or what's that other, it starts with an M. Monin syrups also has a ton. So I would check it out and just try like a fun little flavor. For summer going into fall, get you a new flavor to add into your at-home coffees, teas, whatever. Okay, home and tech is our next category. So I've been getting a lot of home and tech stuff lately because I've been setting up my gaming room, my office. I haven't figured out what to call it yet. I guess my office, I don't know. So the first thing that I just think is just genius level, and it wasn't something I figured out. It was something that was in our apartment when we moved in, and that was a motion sensor light in the closet. A motion sensor light in the closet. Now, a motion sensor light I feel like is not too useful in a lot of spaces because anywhere that you're gonna like pop into or like walk past during times when you don't want the light to turn on, it's gonna be so annoying, it's gonna be infuriating, right? But anytime you open a closet, you want the light to turn on because you can't see it if you don't. So a motion sensor light in the closet is so nice. Even pantry motion sensor light in the pantry, whatever. Where my partner and I sleep, we had one in the closet. And I was like, this is so smart. I'm putting one in this closet because there wasn't one in this closet. So I just happened to be at Target browsing for other things, and then I saw in their smart light section that they just have motion sensor light. And so it's this little easy set. It comes with this thing that you like drill into the wall, really simple, like just one drill, and that's the sensor. And then the light is just like a regular Bluetooth light bulb, and that's fantastic because it's like a regular smart light, so you can change the color, you can control it from your phone, but then it's also motion censored, so you can set the amount of time that it's on. Just to open the door, watch, I'll demonstrate, just to open the door and not have to like turn on the light. It's such a simple quality of life update, but it just is like, it really does update. Let me show you. I mean, it's just so nice. I feel like I live in a smart house, and you can't tell me that I don't. Okay, next is Graf Lance quality wool home stuff. They have workspace stuff and they have bags. But the thing that applies to me is their desk mats and their seat cushions. And when I first got it, I was like, wool desk mat? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm gonna keep that off to the side, thank you. But then I was feeling spicy when I was moving in, and I was like, I want something new. And I just put the wool desk mat down instead of my regular kind of faux leather one. Oh man, I love it. I love it. And you wanna know why I love it? This might be an issue later on, but when I'm eating and drinking in here, Please forgive me. I eat and drink on my desk, okay? And when I eat and drink on my faux leather desk mat, I get little like rings, I'll get little smudges and I'll have to clean it. Or I'll get little scratches from like my nail, or like something sharp will scratch it and then like I'm staring at it and I hate that it's there. Or I'll get a little stain from like ink or something. This wool one just absorbs everything. And like I said, better or worse, like for better or for worse, because I'm sure there's some food particles in here. I'm sure there's some like liquids in here, but I can't see it. I can't see it, and if I can't see it, it doesn't exist. And it's also really comfy and kind of warm, which is nice. Nice to have like something warm and soft to put my hands against versus like the cold pleather of the desk mats. Even though I still love those, I'll probably use them again. But for now, I am loving this wool desk mat. They sent them to me to try. I try a lot of stuff, y'all. I try a lot of stuff that I don't tell y'all about. If I really like it, I'm gonna tell y'all about it. I really like this. So shout out Graf Lance. Did not know who they were. Now we do. Also, I know y'all know this, but just stating it again, when people send me stuff, I have zero obligation to share it. Like none at all. And I personally don't feel any obligation to share it because like I said, I have a lot of stuff sent to me that I never see the light of day because, you know, it's cool, whatever, but I don't feel like I'm not in love with it. So I only share the stuff with you that I love. And I am lucky enough to be able to be sent new things that I can try all the time. Like I just wouldn't have tried new things if it weren't for them sending it to me. I just would have kept in my old ways. Just a little disclaimer. Okay, next, my Stanley holder handle. I love this thing, you guys. It is from Riley and Rose, I believe. It's just like a small business. Somebody said that like there's a lot of them on Etsy, so I would just look up like tumbler holder. But Riley and Rose has this one, okay? And it's cute. I mean, look at that. I personally would not have chosen this colorway as my first option. They didn't have like a beige or like neutral color. They had like white, black, gray. None of those were speaking to me. So I got this one. I don't typically go for like tie-dye things. It's not about the look, it's about the functionality, okay? The functionality is fantastic. It's so tight that it like sits so snugly on your Stanley and you could swing it around like this. One of the roughest things about having the Stanley, having to like chug it like this while I'm holding bags and stuff, like I would never bring it with me outside because I knew I would have to like take up a whole hand to hold it instead of being able to like carry bags and carry other things and open doors and stuff like that. Like one hand is just dedicated to the Stanley. But no longer, because I can put my hand through and then I have two free hands. It's fantastic. It's amazing. I love it. And cheap. It was like 12 bucks or something. Crazy. Okay, my next techie thing is the Current stand. Current. I don't know how to pronounce the brand. It's expensive. It's pricey. I think I got it for like 70 bucks and normally it's like 90 bucks or something. It's pretty pricey. Do I think it's worth the price? No. I genuinely don't. I think this thing is worth like maybe $40. I think you're really paying for the aesthetics because there's no other stand that has similar aesthetics. So you're paying for like the design, which is fine. I'm willing to do that obviously because I bought it. I really, really like it. I think it's really cute. I think it kind of finishes off my desk setup. It doesn't look out of place. You actually kind of go, ooh, what is that? That's kind of cool. I love that it has a little canvas front. I love that it has a AirPods charger on the bottom. I didn't know that it had that when I got it, and that was kind of a nice little plus. So, okay, maybe I'll say it's worth 50, really. The double charger, it does add some value, but still, I don't know, 45 to 50. 50 is the highest I'll go, okay? So if you have MagSafe, it boop, pops right on, it holds your phone. It's not at all like wiggly wobbly at all. It's very secure. I like having my phone up so I can see all my notifications. I've talked about having a little phone stand on your desk, like that's one of my must-haves. But now I like having a phone stand that acts as a charger because I always forget to charge my phone and it always dies right when I need it the most. Speaking of, my phone's literally dead. My phone just died. My phone is literally dead, you guys. Clearly, I need to charge my phone and I need a charger to be like right in my face to charge it. This is like the perfect solution. So it's both a stand and a charger. It's just nice and it's cute. It's cute. It's cute. Okay, next is Ruggable, and this is gonna be a very specific recommendation. It's if you have pets and if you have messy people in your home, slash if you eat in the living room, or if you just want a rug somewhere where you eat. Ruggable is so nice. So I did a collab with Ruggable like over a year, like a really long time ago. And so I got one of their rugs for free. But recently when we moved in here, I wanted to get a new rug and I bought a new ruggable rug on my own because I loved having the rug so much for the past 2 years or year and a half, however long it's been. So we have pets who will throw up, who will decide that the rug is their new favorite spot to throw up and it's so comfy and squishy and I'd rather throw up here than on the hard wood floor. And I understand, I get it, it's fine. And then we also have people, and people spill things, and people eat and get the food on the rug. Having a like expensive rug that I could not wash is just no longer an option for me in the living room. At least in the living room, it's not an option for me. Really anywhere, but living room, absolutely not. Oh my god, the rug was so gross after a couple months, and we literally could just throw it in the wash, take it out, it's like brand new. I expected it to be like kind of a little bit crinkled or like it didn't really get all the things out. No. It was like brand new. After doing that, I was like, I'm getting another ruggable rug. They have really cute designs. I will say, it doesn't look like a really expensive, kind of thick, classic style rug. It doesn't look like that. It looks like, I don't know. It just doesn't look like an expensive rug. The design and kind of from afar, like it does look like a nice rug, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't look cheap for being able to wash it whenever and it's gonna come out looking like brand new. I will take that little weird in between looking cheap and not a fancy expensive rug. I've gotten a rug the same price and I can't wash it. Like it's like a wool rug. It's just worn in. It's just a worn in kind of white cream rug and I am gonna have to just get rid of it in probably a couple years. A ruggable rug you could probably keep forever. Like not forever, but for as long as you need to, for as long as it's in style, and that is worth the money. In my opinion. I would factor in the price with that consideration, if that makes sense. So that's ruggable. Okay, our last section, which is one I'm so excited to talk about, is books and media. The first one I'm gonna talk about is Fourth Wing. Oh my god, Fourth Wing! I feel like everybody's been talking about Fourth Wing. I was kind of scarred from the ACOTAR series. Listen, I talked about the second ACOTAR book. I talked about the second one in one of my favorites videos because I genuinely, I had a little kick in my feetsies moment reading that book, and I don't have that a lot of the time reading romance books. Romance books often, especially in the audiobooks, they make me go, and that's something I have to unpack on my own. But the second ACOTAR book literally made me go kicking my little feetsies reading this book, right? So that's why it went on my favorites list. Even though I didn't, as a whole, I didn't really like the series, the writing, the plot. I mean, I liked it. It was entertaining. Entertaining is separate from like it being a good series, and it was entertaining. Was it good in retrospect? I don't know, but the second book did what it needed to do. Anyways, I was scarred because after going through all 4 books and kind of feeling disappointed from the whole of the series, fantasy was tainted in my mind, and not only was fantasy tainted, but like fantasy that other people were hyping up was tainted in my mind. So when Fourth Wing came about and people were like, Fourth Wing, it's so good, it's so good, I was like, but is it though? But like, is it, are you sure? But I still dove in because again, like, ACOTAR wasn't entertaining. Like I breezed through it. It was entertaining. So I was like, I just want something entertaining. Especially for my drive down from Northern California to LA when I moved. I was like, I just want something long that I could just dive into. So this was perfect. So good. So it's a fantasy book about, and this is gonna sound so cliche fantasy book, but like you choose to go into a certain career path basically. And then you like live and breathe that career path. Like that's everything you do. You stay with those people and that's all you're doing is that career path. So the main character wants to be a scribe. She wants to be a scribe. She's trained and studied her whole life to be a scribe, which is like, I don't know, kind of historian and like knows things. And her mom, who is like the head of the dragon magic sector, they're called writers, the day where they choose, everybody in her age group chooses, and she's like, you're not going to be a scribe, you're going to be a writer. And she's like, but mom, I don't want to be a writer, I want to be a scribe. And she's like, you're going to be a writer. And that's the whole premise, really. So then she's dealing with that experience for the rest of the book. There is a romance element to it, which I always love. I feel like fantasy without a little bit of romance, I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, like work. But like I do want a little spice, like not necessarily spice, but I do want a little romance, just a little oomph, you know? The plot is plotting. The characters are charactering. The main character, one of my biggest complaints about like fantasy / like dystopian novels are like the main character is always so insufferable to me. You were constantly like, what are you doing, idiot? Like, why? So many times you were like, ah, which I get is like a writing technique. It's a writing technique to like get the reader invested, sort of, or like get the reader engaged, because you're like, no, I wouldn't do that. I get that. But sometimes like you can have a character be likable and also make decisions you wouldn't agree with. You can engage in other ways. You can engage just by like putting the main character through crazy situations that they have to navigate, and they don't have to navigate them in the most idiotic ways ever. Anyways, this book does that fantastically. The protagonist is not annoying. She's headstrong, she's brave, she's kind of regular fantasy protagonist character, personality, but not in an annoying way. Like not in a pick-me way, not in a you are so dumb way. Like you respect her, you understand her motives. Even if you don't agree with them, you understand her motives and you're like, fair girl, I respect it. The actual action is so good. It's so good. It's so interesting. Like the plot makes sense. It's not just kind of thrown together to like support another plot. The only thing I didn't like at the very end, it like switches perspective. It made me cringe so much. It made me want to like step out from my body, out from my skin. It made me cringe so much. And that was on me because I should have just like read the book so I would be able to read it in my own voice. If you listen to the audiobook, you know what I'm talking about. Next are some games. The first is Oxenfree 2. I'm gonna be really quick about this because I haven't actually finished it, but I played it on stream and absolutely loved it. It is so good. If you are a mystery fan, if you're like a kind of suspense thriller fan, Oxenfree 2 is right up your alley. It is so good. A little bit scary, a little bit creepy, but in a good way, in a manageable way. I'm a baby when it comes to scary things, and I don't want to give too much away, but you're just uncovering secrets of a town that used to be your hometown, and you come back, and it's good. It's just good. Okay, next is Tears of the Kingdom. This is just not obvious what I'm throwing in here because obviously I loved it. I have a video on it. Who didn't love it? It's just fantastic. If you don't know what Tears of the Kingdom is, it's the Breath of the Wild sequel. If you don't know what Breath of the Wild is, it's a Zelda game. It's like the first open world Zelda game on Switch. It's so fun, and Breath of the Wild was one of those games for me where I heard about it and it was like, that's not a game I would like. I like Animal Crossing. I like farming sims. I like Stardew Valley. I will not like this Zelda game where you run around and there's enemies. No, I won't like it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. One of my favorite games of all time. It's so forgiving. It eases you into things so well. And it's just like the way you can explore this huge expansive map for hours and hours and hours. There's like nothing else. It's like no other game. And then Tears of the Kingdom is its sequel, which takes that exact idea and exact feeling and like builds on it a little bit. So then there's kind of this like puzzling aspect to things. If you haven't played Breath of the Wild, play Breath of the Wild first and then play Tears of the Kingdom because they are both fantastic. Okay, next is the game that like literally just came out of freaking nowhere. Out of nowhere, it just popped up and stole my life just by the neck, plopped me down and was like, you're not gonna have a life you thought you were gonna have. You're not. It's Hello Kitty Island Adventure. What? I know. A Hello Kitty game. Any of the Hello Kitty games I've heard of, I've been like, that's like a little mobile game or like I don't know. I write off anything kind of Hello Kitty related, even though I love Hello Kitty. As a certified cozy gamer, I'm like, if it's not up to the standard, I ain't playing it, right? This is up to standard, y'all. This is so good. This is so good. And I went to an event. I just happened to be invited to an event. This was after I already started playing it and was obsessed with it. And I talked to the game producer and they're like, yeah, we've been working on this for like 2.5 years. Like 2.5 years? Like I have not heard about this game. Like I have not heard about this game until literally like 3 days ago. It's so good. So it's only on Apple Arcade. I really hope that changes in the future because I know not everybody has iOS, like has an iOS device. And then I also know that like not everybody wants to add in another subscription. However, I will say if any subscription service is worth it beyond like the ones that you normally use, it's this one. It's Apple Arcade, okay? Because it's like $5.99 a month. You can have a family plan, so you can add like friends and family to it. I think so. You could technically like split it with, I don't know, friends and family. $5.99 a month. It's not prohibitive. It's not crazy. And there's so many full, really good games that make it worth it. So not only right now Hello Kitty Island Adventure, but there's Stardew, there's Wildflowers, there's Albo's Wildlife Adventure. Like there are full games that are fantastic and they're constantly adding more. Hello Kitty Island Adventure, it's scratching the Animal Crossing itch in a way that nothing else has. Like, but it's not like totally Animal Crossing itch scratching territory, right? It feels a little different in a good way, but it just feels different. Just imagine like Animal Crossing, except map is kind of boundless, so you can jump around and explore a little bit more. Like you're not stuck to certain tracks. Like you can climb up things. There's like a stamina bar and stuff. There's all of the Sanrio characters. So if you love Sanrio characters, there's like Pom Pom Purin. There's all of them. Batsmaru, like all of the Sanrio characters. It's so fun to be able to like interact with them and give them gifts. And then you're doing like so many quests. Oh, it's just so fun. I'm still exploring it. I'm still getting to know it, but I love it already. Like it's already addicting. Already love it. Okay, the last two things. I have a podcast and I have a show. And the show is Vanderpump Rules. And if you are a human on this earth, I'm sure you've heard of Vanderpump Rules because apparently it's like the most popular reality show ever. Okay, this is the reality show for people who don't watch reality shows. This is the reality show for people who have never cared about a reality show in their life. This is the reality show that you cannot write. You couldn't even try and curate these people out of a group of the most insane people ever. So insane, but like in such a genuine, just like pure chaotic way. And it's not like chaos that you're like, this is stressful to watch. This is stressful. It's not like that. You grow to connect to the characters and like really understand their psyches and like who they are and why they're making decisions and like care about the decisions they're making. But then they're just like all insane, constantly get into situations that make sense because of who they are as people, yet it's surprising every time. This is purely just like them doing the wildest things to each other, like backstabbing in ways you couldn't even imagine, like just saying the darndest things. You cannot make it up. You cannot write this quality reality TV. You really can't. So it's based on Lisa Vanderpump, who is from like a Housewives. If you don't know what Housewives is, it's just like a reality show about like housewives. You don't have to know anything about her or any of that, but she runs a restaurant in LA and it's about the workers of the restaurant. Trust me, like I am not a reality show TV show person, and I say that with a heavy heart. I say that sadly because I wish that I was. I am not one of those people who's like reality TV is trash TV. So is everything else. Like so is everything else. If it's not like a dating show or something, I just am not interested in it. I don't think there's like any kind of person that wouldn't like this. Even the person that's like, I don't do that. I think they would get hooked to it. I do. It's impossible not to. So just give it a try. At least get through like the first 2 seasons. You'll be stuck for life. You'll be stuck for life. We'll be like yelling at the screen and like laughing, and it's just such a like interactive watch. Very last thing is a podcast, the Broski Report. You guys, I feel like if you're in my generation, you know who Brittany Broski is. She was the kombucha girl meme, but then she just kind of like grew to be her own personality on the internet because she's so funny. And she used to have this podcast with Sarah something, violating community guidelines, and they'd kind of just talk about internet things. It was hilarious. I used to crack up listening to it, and I typically don't listen to podcasts that aren't like story based, but I would listen to theirs because I would crack up every time, and it was just such a good little serotonin boost. They ended that podcast and Brittany started her own. It's so just raw Brittany Broski. Like it's just so purely genuinely her. Anything that comes out of that girl's mouth is so funny, and so she's just such a genuine person. If she's talking about a man she's obsessed with, she's gonna spend 30 minutes talking about how feral she would go for this man, right? And like, I don't care about this man, I don't care about whatever, but I'm cracking up because she is putting her all into this performance, into this description of the way she is feral for this man. Like, I think she's just like naturally funny, naturally smart, naturally nice, that all of that comes through as well. But I have a very parasocial relationship with her, okay? It's just good. It's good. And so like sometimes she'll talk about like pop culture things, sometimes she'll just talk about things going on in her life, and whatever it is, it's hilarious. I think you need to like care about Brittany a little bit maybe to really enjoy it. So if you don't know a lot about Brittany Broski, I'd like watch her TikTok, listen to the Violating Community Guidelines podcast. Okay, those are all my favorites, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. I know it was long. It's been a long time, so I had a lot compiled, okay? And I had a lot to say today. Also, I'll have everything linked, and I'll have everything in my Throne storefront and also my Amazon storefront. But thank you for listening. We'll have another in the future, in the near future. But until then, we're gonna have a lot of fall content, y'all. I am very ready for fall in this new house. All fall stuff. I'm so excited. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of summer. I love you. Stay cozy. Bye.